My name is Jeesin Lui, and I'm a licensed acupuncturist and herbalist. In traditional Chinese medicine, yeast would be considered damp heat in the body with toxicity. And so damp heat can be aggravated by things like diet and lifestyle. Certainly stress will weaken the immune system and cause the flora in the vaginal tract to become out of balance. And yeast is one of these things where certainly it's fed by sugar, it's fed by processed foods. So definitely when we consume too much of this, it will aggravate what we would call this dampness, and the dampness will manifest as this vaginal discharge, this yeast overgrowth, and then the heat refers to the burning, the inflammation, the irritation. So what we would do in Chinese medicine is we would really focus on, number one, boosting the immune system, because normally these yeasts are found naturally in the vaginal tract. It's only when they become out of balance and out of control is when we actually start to experience symptoms. So number one, we want to boost the immune system to help to bring the yeast back under control. Number two, we want to work on clearing the damp and heat and relieving that toxicity. So that also entails looking at what led to that infection in the first place, such as diet, too much sugar, too much processed and refined foods, too much alcohol, and then look at stress, how stress impacts the immune system, and then finally, basically working on building the immune system and just strengthening it. So the way that we would treat yeast infections in Chinese medicine is that we would use acupuncture to help to boost immunity. We can also use acupuncture to help with the stress response, because again, when we're dealing with any type of infection, we really want to help to boost the immune system, because these yeasts are found naturally, and it's only when the body's immune system is lowered is when they actually become out of control. So we really want to help to boost the immune system. We want to help with the stress to help to, again, work on building the immune system. And then also too, we would use Chinese herbs to help to, number one, boost the immune system and help with stress. But secondly too, to actually work on fighting the candida, actually helping to get rid of it. So there are many herbs that we use that actually do have antifungal and anti-yeast benefits as well. So we would use combinations tailored to each individual woman, depending on her specific needs at that time. And I will recommend that she take them internally, and sometimes I will also recommend doing suppository for a local treatment as well. But you really want to sort of hit it from both angles in terms of boosting immune system and also fighting the yeast that's gone out of control. So what I will often recommend for women who have yeast infections is I will recommend a raw apple cider vinegar sitz bath. And that entails basically putting 2 cups of apple cider vinegar into a bath that's about hip height, and basically sitting in it for about 20 minutes. And that's very good for helping to soothe and heal the inflammation going on, and it helps to restore the proper pH balance that's necessary for restoring proper flora in the vaginal tract. Also, I will recommend probiotics. Probiotics are very important when we're dealing with any type of infection, but especially with candida, with yeast. It's important that we do get enough of these good bacteria. So I will recommend, I like Bio-K, I will recommend that women take that internally, as well as doing like a very simple wash, either straight or diluted in a little bit of water, just basically applying it to the local area, which can be very soothing and healing, and it does help to restore the natural flora balance